everyone, welcome to my channel. For those returning, welcome back. Thank you for watching today's video. My name is Kathleen Carr. I'm a realtor here in the beautiful Roanoke Valley, and I upload videos about all things real estate. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, turn on that notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you are notified. Now, moving on to today's video topic, I am sharing my top 5 tips for first-time home buyers. Now, if you're not a first-time home buyer, whether you're just starting to think about buying your first home or possibly thinking about selling your first home and buying your second, I still think you're going to get some great tips from this video. So let's go ahead and get started. Tip number 1, make sure that you are in control of your current finances. This means a couple different things. For example, taking care of other debts. This could be credit card payments, student loan payments, things like that. Now, I'm not saying you need to pay off all of your student loans in order to be eligible to purchase your first home. What I'm saying is that you are making those payments on time and you're paying them off as quickly as possible. Now, kind of my Dave Ramsey tip for the day, make sure that you are also saving for that emergency fund. Dave Ramsey recommends having at least $1,000 in that emergency fund for things unexpected, such as possibly you need to get your car fixed or you have unexpected medical bills, things like that. And lastly, for this tip, make sure you are saving for a strong down payment. This also means that I don't want my clients or anyone really to have such a strong down payment that they use their entire savings. You still want to make sure that you have enough in your savings for one, that emergency fund, and also saving for things in your future, whatever that may be. Tip number 2, seeing how much home you can actually afford. This is also a great time where you can shop around a little bit and compare different mortgage rates. However, don't get down a rabbit hole with that. You can easily start looking up 7, 8, 9 different lenders and different mortgage rates, and I think after a certain point you're simply just wasting your time and, like I said, going down a rabbit hole. But going along with that, shopping around for different lenders and mortgage rates, making sure that you're finding a lender that you can trust. You will be sharing a lot of information with them, especially your finances, so you want to make sure that you're comfortable with talking with them. And speaking of talking, I highly recommend, even if it's over the phone, if you don't feel comfortable yet going to meet them face to face, make sure that you're talking with them and not just emailing them or working through their website, because like I said, you're really wanting to build that trust and getting to know them, so having that additional personal touch, I think, would really benefit you. Also, see if you can go the extra step of not just getting pre-qualified, but pre-approved. These are 2 different things, so if you're interested in knowing the difference between these 2 a little bit more, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, and that is something I can certainly film in the future. Moving on to tip number 3, figuring out the location where you want to buy. We've all heard the phrase, right? Location, location, location. We hear it because it's true. So really think about it. Where in Roanoke do you want to live? What different neighborhoods do you see yourself happy with? Because remember, this is an investment. When you're buying a home, it's an investment. So where would you be happy for a minimum of 5 years? Tip number 4, knowing what to compromise on, but not settle. Let me be very clear, and let me say it for the people in the back. You will have to compromise on something, especially when it's your first home. Now, this means you need to create that list of must-haves, but you also need to be realistic about it. And you need to know what you're willing to live without. For example, you might find a home that's updated, move-in ready, but it doesn't have that fenced-in yard that you would prefer. Or possibly you found a home with that's perfect location, but instead of 2 baths, it's only 1.5, things like that. I actually did a dedicated video about settling versus compromising, and I will make sure to link that in the description box so you can check that video out after watching this one. Last but certainly not least is tip number 5, and that is budgeting for other expenses, because obviously buying a house costs money, right? But that is more than just the down payment and the mortgage payments going forward. This also includes things like closing costs, costs that you have to pay on closing day before you get the keys and the house becomes yours. Now, when working out a offer, make sure that you're working with your lender to make sure that they're able to crunch some numbers and give you an estimated ballpark on what your closing costs will be. Sometimes you can get sellers to agree to contribute towards your closing costs, but I wouldn't bank on it. So make sure that you know what that number will be on closing day. Other expenses include earnest money deposit. This is basically a sign of good faith that is included with your offer that you will have to pay if your offer gets accepted. And then also costs such as home inspection or radon inspection. So making sure you have that money set aside and ready to go for those more upfront costs. So those are my top 5 tips for first-time homebuyers. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. If you don't already, make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, along with hitting that subscribe button down below. And also make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you do want to see me talk about the difference between being pre-qualified and pre-approved. That is something I am certainly happy to do if you're interested in seeing that. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.